not found, they're not tethered to the Constitution. They're tethered to their own thoughts. And they don't know what to do. And they hear a voice going, social justice, and they have that social justice just saturated and just born and just pounded into them through their education. So when they hear social justice, they go, there's a social justice, a real social justice candidate out there, and I have to go for them. And so he's pulling that millennial vote because they don't have any allegiance to any other political machine. Now you have Donald Trump. Donald Trump is pulling in the phenomenon of reality television and reality TV votes and what I call the American Idol voters. They could care less about the political landscape. But they started hearing someone speaking their mind. And they'll say this, and they say this. They say, oh, and even the pundits say this. Everyone says this about Donald Trump. He's so honest. He's so honest. He's so honest. No, he's not. He's not honest. It's not honest to say whatever you want without a filter because you're rich and entitled and you think that you're going to get everything that you want and all you do is win, win, win. You got your hands up because all you do is win, except when you don't win and then you cry about it. And when you get your feelings hurt, you pout and take your ball and go home. That doesn't sound like a winner to me. Just saying whatever comes to your mind about a person, a fellow Republican, saying whatever comes to your mind about anybody who disagrees with you, saying whatever comes to your mind, that's not honest. That's someone who doesn't have a filter. That's someone who doesn't have tact. That's someone who is immature. 5-year-olds don't have filters. So they say whatever comes to their mind. It's childish is what it is. And if you don't believe me, listen to his rhetoric. Listen to how he talks. Listen. One, he can't finish a complete sentence without interrupting himself. So does that mean the only person who has something better to say than Donald Trump is Donald Trump? And so he interrupts himself to say something better because he's the Donald, right? He says things. He uses about a 5th to 6th grade level English. This is something that I've read. He uses that's the level of language he uses. But I know something that he does. He talks in straw men, ad hominems, and ad hominems are basically when you pull out someone's character. So what he does is he looks at Jeb Bush and goes, "Oh, Jeb Bush, he's so tired. Look at him. He's trying, but it doesn't look good on him, does it? It doesn't look good on him at all. He's trying. Yeah, he's just really low energy. He's just low energy. Yeah." So what does that do? That causes everybody else to look at that candidate and go, "Oh, he's low energy. I wouldn't want to vote for a low energy candidate. Look, look, he's low energy." It doesn't matter if Jeb Bush had great policies. The ad hominem attack, the logical fallacy attack is working, and politicians do it all the time. It's a political move. How can you be an honest, non-political outsider when you're using a political tactic? The other thing he does, politicians do, is he uses hyperbolic statements, hyperbole. Oh, this is the greatest steak in the entire world. Oh, I'm going to be the greatest president in the entire world. I'll be the greatest president God ever created. That's not my Donald Trump impersonation. I'm just changing my voice a little bit to sound a little different, so you know that these aren't my thoughts. When you say things like that, oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. They're going to be great. It's all going to be great. It's all going to be fantastic. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Anytime you use filler like that, you basically have no substance of thought. You have nothing on the subject but those filler words. And it frustrates me because I hear even the pundits going, "Wow, he's so honest." No, honesty is speaking the truth. Honesty sometimes is keeping your mouth shut. It's not saying whatever comes to your head and go, well, Ted Cruz is this. Well, Marco Rubio is this. Ben Carson looks like a pedophile. Carly Fiorina, look at her face. We don't want a president with a face that looks like that. Are you serious? Are we that immature in this country that we would rather have somebody who is basically a schoolyard bully representing our values and our principles and our Constitution. Another thing, I have not heard him talk about the Constitution. I haven't heard him pull and say, well, this policy of mine or this thought of mine or this principle of mine is rooted and founded in the Constitution. He doesn't say that. Because what is his thing? His thing is this. Washington's not broken. They just have the wrong people in there. You get the right person in there. Me, I can run this thing. I can win. I can use what we have and I can win. I can take this broken system and I can win with it. He's saying he's the answer. He is the answer. Not the Constitution. Not to bring people together. Not to say we need to come together. No, he says, I'm the answer. I'm the answer. If I was in there, this would all be going better. I'm the answer. That's not it. That's not it. That's not being honest. He's more of a Washington insider than anybody running. He's made more deals with more politicians. He's given to more campaigns. He's gotten more government money than anybody there, maybe even Hillary Clinton. But he's honest. The third revolutionary is Ted Cruz. Now, as soon as I say that word, everybody has a thought or idea about Ted Cruz. Oh, he's unelectable. Oh, man, the guy is so arrogant. He's just mean and nasty. Or you say, wow, I really respect Ted Cruz. Now, I myself have been watching Ted Cruz for the last 3 years. The first time I heard him speak, I was like, wow. Listen to his language. I told this to my wife, listen to his language. Listen to how he talks. So that smacks of something. That there's something there that just like, oh, wait a second. Oh, that was good. Did you hear what he said right there? Did you see how whoa. Then I listened to his 21-hour speech. Those of you that didn't listen to his 21-hour speech, you should go listen to his 21-hour speech. I've never heard someone speak for 21 hours who didn't use the word and no hyperbole, no filler. A consistent train of consciousness and thought. Train of thought and stream of consciousness for 21 hours. And his hair looked fantastic. Ted Cruz is also pulling in new voters. See, all three are pulling in new voters. Ted Cruz voters, though, are coming from the evangelicals. The 54 million evangelicals that stayed home in 2008 and 2012. 54 million voters stayed home. Do you realize if Ted Cruz could bring all 54 million? If he could bring all 54 million, what would happen? He'd win the election. He wouldn't need anybody else. He could win the election. 54 million voters come out, you win the election. Are you kidding me? So they're all pulling from different voters. So it doesn't matter. And by the way, Donald Trump's base has not grown any. He's stayed the same. Whereas Ted Cruz's base has grown exponentially. And he's still pulling in the 54 million voters. So are you asking me, as you're listening to me talk, are you for Ted Cruz? Here's what I'm for. I'm for the Constitution. I'm for American ideals. I'm for principles. I'm for a principled person who believes in moral uprightness and moral responsibility. So yes, I'm for Ted Cruz. Because I don't know anybody else who has fought harder for constitutional American ideals than he has. Solicitor General of Texas, he fought 9 cases for the constitutionality of certain fundamental rights of the citizenry in America. He fought for us. 9 cases before the Supreme Court. He won 9 cases before the Supreme Court. Are you kidding me? 9 cases in the Supreme Court. Is he perfect? No. Was I a little pissed that his people did that thing with Ben Carson? Absolutely. Did he apologize? Yes. It appeared very sincere. He appeared that he was very sorry. He humbled himself, got on stage, on the debate stage, looked at Ben Carson in the eye and says, I'm sorry. Donald Trump said he's not even asked God for forgiveness. He just goes out and tries to do a better job. Why? Because it's all about Donald with him. Now, is Ted Cruz going to make mistakes? Yeah, probably. Could he make some mistakes now and cause my faith to be shaken? Yeah, he could. The only problem is I don't know anyone else out there who's a true conservative. Rush Limbaugh himself said, if you're a conservative voter, then Ted Cruz is your guy. There's no way around it. If you're a conservative, Ted Cruz is your guy. You have to vote for Ted Cruz if you love the Constitution, because there's nobody else that's there. Myself personally, I've been following him, like I say, for the last 3 years. I've listened to his speech. He's not wavered. From what I've seen, he's not wavered. And yes, he called Mitch McConnell a liar. He called Mitch McConnell a liar on the Senate floor, and it upset a lot of senators. This decorum is not. This doesn't happen here at the Senate floor. Why did he call Mitch McConnell a liar? Because Mitch McConnell told him 3 times in a vote, and I think it was for the TARP. I think it was for the TARP vote that he says, Ted, if you vote for this, we will not bring in the Import-Export Bank. We won't vote on that. We won't vote on that to be a part of this. Told him 3 times, no, Ted, we will not bring the Import-Export Bank. Now, those of you that know what the Import-Export Bank is, it is a bank run by Congress wherein they give loans to corporations that are basically limitless, and it's taxpayer money. They give loans to corporations. Not unsolicited, but basically loans that they don't have to worry about interest on and things like that. They give them these no-interest loans. Guaranteed loans through the Congress to corporations. That's crony capitalism. And Ted says, well, Mitch McConnell says he's not going to do it, so I'll vote yes because I like everything. Everything else seems to be okay. I'll vote yes for this. As soon as he voted yes, Mitch McConnell stood up after all the voting was over and said, okay, this passed. Now, we're going to vote on the Import-Export Bank to attach along to this. Ted Cruz gets up and says, Senate Majority Leader McConnell, you're a liar. You told me 3 times this, and you lied. So if you love the Constitution and you want a revolution to go back and prune government back to its constitutional roots so that it can flourish again, not rely on one man to change it and not rely on a savior. Donald Trump's going to save the world because he says whatever it comes to his head. He just says it, and that's amazing. And I want someone who just speaks off the cuff and speaks out of their butt. I want somebody just to say something like that. Or do you want to try to revert to a socialistic society? Even though in Scandinavia, the unemployment rate is less than 1%. The literacy rate is less than 1%. In America, the unemployment rate is about 50%. There are only 82 million Americans working full-time. The other 220 million people are working part-time or they're on government subsidies. That's an actual statistic. So I'm asking you, do you want to try to go to socialism, a form of socialism, to get rid of the Constitution, get rid of our values and our American ideals? Or do you want to go and put all your faith in one man to rule the entire country? Big government guy, big government guy. Or do you want to go to a guy who wants to reset us back to the Constitution, to what we were founded on, the greatness that we were founded in? If you don't stand on your principles, if you don't stand up for those things, who else will? It's your responsibility to engage. It's your responsibility to stand up and say something. So I'm challenging you right now. Learn about these things. Study them out. Show yourself approved. Pray. Get guidance from the Holy Spirit on this. This country, if it goes away and your freedoms go away, you'll only have yourself to blame. And that's all I have for today.